This is a brand new beginners video directed directly towards beginners because I have a video on my channel that I did specifically for my start to finish playlist where it was called something like Beginners Start Here, how to follow my start to finish playlist, but beginners should no longer start there because I got some feedback from that video. It really opened my eyes to where I need to step back even further for absolute brand new beginners and break it down for you. So that thumbnail and title and everything has changed by the time I upload this video. So that video about how to follow the start to finish playlist will follow this video, which is for absolute beginners that need to start right here, right now, who want to grow mushrooms or want to learn about mushrooms, but you have no idea what the heck it's even about or how to even go about doing it. Whether you have a green thumb, maybe you have grown fruits and vegetables in your garden or through any other method, or you haven't grown anything at all, but mushrooms are still cool. This is where we're starting right here, right now, with the suggestion from a few people with simple flowcharts, and this flowchart I compiled for you. I'll have it available in the description of this video for you to download. Whether you're brand new, you're a veteran, it's still good to have and just spread it around. Just simple flowchart I put together with some Google images, so if it's copyrighted, I'm sorry. It's fair use, it's free. Go ahead, download it. In order to start growing mushrooms or even understanding mushrooms, you have to learn about the simple life cycle of a mushroom. And if you follow the flowchart right here, it starts basically with the mushroom spores. The life cycle of a mushroom starts with its spores. So it's a question of what came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it the mushroom spore or the mushroom fruiting body that came first? I personally believe it was the mushroom spores that form the mycelium, then the fruiting bodies, then the spores again. But you'll learn here in this flowchart why that makes sense. You start here in the orange, a mushroom fruiting body drops its spores. Then the spores germinate and grow together as mycelium. And the mycelium can be thought of as like the roots of the mushrooms, even though they're not technically roots. But then the mycelium spreads through the substrate. It could be grains or soil or anything like that. And then when the conditions are right, the mushrooms will fruit and the life cycle continues on and on. The mushroom fruiting body drops its spores again, and you can continue the flowchart. So now that you know the basic life cycle of a mushroom, this can be translated over to the indoor mushroom cultivation process, and this has been tried and tested over decades of research. It's pretty simple when you break it down with a nice little simple flowchart. First, you obtain mushroom spores or mycelium culture. Then those spores or the culture is used to inoculate sterile grains. And you can think of individual colonized grains as becoming mushroom seeds. This is just very basic layman terms. So if any veterans are watching this, I'm sure they're already outraged, but I'm just trying to explain it in the most simple form. So again, spores or culture are used to inoculate sterile grains. And you can think of individual colonized grains as becoming mushroom seeds. Then the grain colonizes and gets transferred to a nutritious, sterile substrate. And you can think of mushroom substrate as soil for the mushroom seeds. Then the substrate colonizes with mushroom mycelium from the colonized grains mixed throughout the substrate and is ready for fruiting conditions. Then the combination of colonized nutritious grain, which can be thought of as seeds, with nutritious substrate, which can be thought of as soil, allows mushrooms to grow. And then once it's in fruiting conditions and your mushrooms grow, then the mushroom crop is ready for harvest to repeat the life cycle of the mushroom. And you can achieve many crops, also known as flushes, from one mushroom grow setup. And then from there you can grab your own mushroom spores again, take your own tissue samples, create your own liquid culture, which of course is all covered on my YouTube channel known as Second Mycology. So how does this come into play? It's not because the videos are 90 seconds long, it's because now you can translate this process over to growing mushrooms with 90-second rice. If you don't know what 90-second rice is, it's sterile rice that's sold in the rice aisle that's already pre-cooked and ready to eat or inoculate off of the store shelf. There's no need to cook it. So now this YouTube channel focuses on using 90-second rice to grow mushrooms at home, especially without a pressure cooker or any other expensive setup, until you become a professional and move on to bigger and better things. But don't forget where you started here with 90-second mycology. So here's the new flowchart of growing mushrooms with 90-second rice. Again, the mushroom spores or mycelium culture is obtained, and then the spores or culture are used to inoculate 90-second rice. And again, there's no need to cook it because 90-second rice is sterile, ready to eat and inoculate off of the shelf. From there, the 90-second rice colonizes and gets transferred to a sterile or pasteurized substrate, and then that substrate colonizes with mushroom mycelium from the colonized grains mixed throughout the substrate and is ready for fruiting conditions. And then the combination of colonized 90-second rice and substrate allows mushrooms to grow, and then again the mushroom crop is ready for harvest to repeat the life cycle of the mushroom. And of course, you can always achieve many flushes from one mushroom grow setup. You can find all of these videos again here on my YouTube channel in my various playlists that are set up for you. But now I can break it down even further. Now that you've learned the process through these other flowcharts, I've simplified it even more for you. So let's start here. The mushroom spores or mycelium culture is obtained, then you inoculate your grain, then you use the colonized grain to inoculate a substrate, which evenly spreads the mycelium throughout the substrate within a bag or container. And then the substrate and grain combination colonizes in warm temperatures. Then you place the colonized container or bag in fruiting conditions, and then your mushroom crop is ready for harvest to repeat the life cycle of the mushroom. This is everything very simplified for you, broken down to make it as easy as possible for you to then continue on and go through my videos, and you'll see that you can achieve this process through my various videos. After you learn the mushroom cultivation process like this, the number one question is always, why can't we just skip the grains and inoculate a substrate or a soil directly? The mushrooms out in the wild are just growing within the soil, and that's true. However, many people have tried to inoculate substrates directly and it just always fails. Mushrooms out in the wild have been established and around for millions of years, so they already know what's going on. When you're trying to bring mushrooms to life within indoor or controlled outdoor conditions, it really helps to have that colonized grain to where you can spread that throughout your substrate. Again, whether it's indoors or outdoors. So this is everything broken down for you as easily as I could break it down for you. And again, this flowchart will be down in the description for you. It's one PDF file with a few pages on it, I think like 4 pages. So if this is something you want to study or look at, I created a table of contents for you where everything is compiled nice and neat. You can see at the bottom there, I have links to the shroomery glossaries for mushrooms and mycology. So if you're not sure what some terms and words mean in this guide or anywhere else, you can click on those links. I've also got the difference between liquid culture and spore solution linked right there as well for you. And you can see I added a page, culture and genetics resources, which is coming up next in this video right here. And now you've made it this far, and I'm sure your next number one question is, what the heck is the difference between spores and mushroom culture? What's the difference between those two things? Well, thankfully, I also have another video on my channel specifically called The Difference Between a Mushroom Spore Syringe and a Mushroom Liquid Culture Syringe, explained in great detail for you. The short, basic version is that mushroom spore solution contains the mushroom spores, which you learned earlier are the very beginning life cycle of a mushroom. A mushroom liquid culture syringe contains already live and viable mushroom mycelium, usually suspended in something like a nutrient broth, like a mixture of honey, water, corn syrup, light malt extract. Sometimes it's even just straight up distilled water that's holding mycelium for storage. But if you want to learn more, check out my standalone video. I know that upset people about the last beginner's video, it was just a video talking about other videos. If I keep going on and on, then this will turn into an hour-long video. when I'm just trying to get the beginning resources out there for you so that you can continue with your own knowledge, because it's only going to make sense and click in your brain when you actually sit down, take it all in, do the research from your heart because you really want to grow mushrooms. So go check that video out, and that will also help you, along with this video right here, to put all of the pieces together in your head on how to officially grow your own mushrooms at home, whether it's going to be medicinal, edible, gourmet, novelty, like those bioluminescent ghost funguses and stuff. Those look cool. Naturally, after learning all of this, your first question may be, where do I get mushroom spores? Where can I find gourmet, edible, medicinal, or any other type of mushroom liquid culture? Well, I really recommend Inoculate the World. You can support 90 Second Mycology directly at no extra cost to you by using my affiliate link, 90secondmycology.com/ITW. And best of all, you can get 10% off your whole order by using my coupon code 90SM. Inoculate the World has everything from mushroom spores, isolated genetics, rare mushroom varieties, and a lot more. So head on over to 90secondmycology.com/ITW and place your order today. Of course, you can always go directly to my website at 90secondmycology.com/links, jump to Mycology vendors, and you will find everything else you need to complete your mushroom cultivation journey.